Hi! I'm Nesca Voice. We're gonna be talking about how the world's on fire. How about yours?
My world's fine. I feel sorry for people who live out in LA right now.
Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play.
Let's get the jokes out of the way now, because it's gonna be more of a serious video.
Just how woke
I don't have my headphone in. Sorry.
Good boy.
is the LA Fire Department?
The chief also checks another box when it comes to inclusivity and diversity at this department. She's a proud member of the LGBTQ community.
The first openly gay person to lead the LAFD and the first woman.
5
Later.
minutes
So,
later.
Los Angeles Fire Department has
you paused it for talking and then you did a click again. Stop
Sorry.
that.
Sorry, you go. Go.
Stop it.
You stop it.
Stop it. Does anyone really care who you're fucking when you're doing a job?
Why does that pertain to being a head of a fire department?
Oh, so stupid.
launching its first ever Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Bureau. It is dedicated to ensuring a fair and equal workplace environment.
So by creating this new bureau,
That's a
our
good question. Is the LA fire still going?
Yeah, it's actually going to get worse. It's actually supposed to expect more 60-mile-an-hour winds.
So this is probably going to be the worst fire in just all of history then.
At least in LA's history. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other history. Like
In all
Chicago.
of America history, maybe?
Well, I think there was a Chicago fire back in the 1800s that burnt the whole city of Chicago down.
Oh.
The London fires.
Uh-huh.
Rome got set on fire. Well,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's super
but in
old.
modern history, yeah, this probably be the worst.
Well, blame the goddamn government.
Oh, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're getting into that.
Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Bureau. Now we actually have the staff to do the work when it comes to doing a deep dive in regard to how we do business.
That, of course, included the torture of DEI class.
I had to
That's
do.
bullshit.
Okay, I kind of had to do this once at work, but it was only for like an hour.
What was it?
Sitting through crap like this.
What is it?
The DEI,
We are hosting our
You don't...
human resources. Kind of, you can't call someone something.
So like what, sensitivity training basically?
Yeah, we all had to do it for like an hour. That was like 6 years ago, but they don't push it down our throats like this.
Yeah.
new employee orientation. And our focus is to teach our new employees for them to understand cultural competency, identify implicit and unconscious bias.
They just did nothing but banning TikTok.
Yeah.
It is not just that. It's the fact that they're allowing this dumb stuff to go on. Really. Who cares what you fucking look like? All that matters is if you can save someone from a fire. If you can do your fucking job. Ugh. It's so dumb. Just because the fact that it's a man who can do the job of being a firefighter, I don't want a weak little woman to try to save me.
And when I went through the Explorers Plus years ago, by the way, Explorers Plus is like a kind of like a Boy Scouts thing for police departments.
Oh.
I did that like when I was a teenager.
Uh-huh.
And we were sitting there, we had it all ready together, and we're talking about like how to de-escalate, and they were talking about who's more likely to get into a fight. And we had we had someone there was a 16-year-old girl. She was like real tiny. He basically pointed to me and her and was like, "Which one of you two think are most likely to get into a fight? Who's more likely a suspect's gonna fight, you or her?"
Oh, they would attack the girl because she's weaker.
Yeah. And
You would be too intimidating for...
I'm 6'4". I'm not
6'3".
6'3". And at the time I was a lot heavier, but even still, more likely people are not going to fight me versus the little girl because
she's not intimidating.
And he even said that I'm not trying to say that to be mean or be sexist. That's just life. That's just
common
the fact.
sense. Yeah. If you had a choice on who you would try to attack, a female cop or a male cop to try to get away, you go after the female.
And it's just, and he said it's not right. It's not a good. That's not a good world that we live in. But that's the world we live in. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't trying to do that to discourage her. He was just trying to say, "Hey, I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just telling you the facts."
What you need to realize that you're putting yourself in danger, and that's what's going on here with these people. I'm just
and be aware of the importance of us having a diverse and inclusive workforce.
I welcome all of you in this room to join, whether you're LGBTQ plus or not, or you're just an ally, you have family members, anybody that's willing to engage.
The Los Angeles County Fire Department would be recognized nationally and possibly even globally as an agency that was very serious about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Well, congratulations. I think
all these people, like, he has a look like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? Why, like, some of these people are like, why are we in this?
I think you've successfully pulled that off. Let's see what kind of lessons were learned.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives them.
No, we don't. This is the same logic as when they're trying to fucking okay, I'm taking this a completely different turn here. Pokemon Go. They made it where the characters look more realistic. When you're playing a game, you're not playing a game because you want the character to look like you. Same kind of concept here. If you're in danger, you don't give a damn if the person looks like you.
Well, yeah, I don't care that you look like me when you're putting out a, misinformation. But it's like, I don't care what you look like. If my house is on fire, please put it out. Can you put out my house that's on fire?
That person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
Yeah, listen, I know your house burned down with your dog in.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is your firefighter putting your fire out.
Inside, but our skin color is kind of the same, so you should feel pretty good about that.
Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to.
Fuck you. Fuck you for saying that. You cannot control if your house catches on fire, because it could be arson. It could be faulty electrical wires. How are you in the wrong place at the wrong time? That's bullshit.
Well, I guess technically everybody in Los Angeles is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Point. But then why did those fires start in the first place, though? Because you can be saying...
I don't know if this is true. I just saw it. They say... They think they got a video where the fire actually started, and it looked like someone might have either making a campfire or something. Or a homeless encampment or something.
Oh, lovely.
I don't know if that's true. I just...
hired this person. I know, right?
Oh, we're going to get into that.
To carry him out of a fire.
Somebody broke into your house and you want me to help? Sounds like you should have had a better security system. You had a heart attack? Maybe you shouldn't have gone to so many buffets, fatty. You're drowning? Maybe you should learn to swim. No big deal. That victim-shaming firewoman is only the assistant chief. Holy shit. Good luck with your waterless fire hydrants, Los Angeles. At least you've got diversity to help you. This type of video has...
Oh, man.
I feel sorry. Okay, now let's get into the actual thing I wanted to look at.
Firefighters is mostly white male. A California program aims to change that. Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
And male. The California program aims to change that.
Great, and how did that work out for you?
Nah. I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Just
it
look
burns,
at that.
burns, burns, and the flames went higher.
I look at this and I go,
the ring of
damn.
Fire.
I just like this
the
is
ring of fire.
Have you seen some like the McDonald's one where it's just like flames and people comparing it like McDonald's and like Elder Scrolls or some shit? the memes are getting pretty good. I will give them that. Oh, I gotta show you after stream.
Okay.
It's funny.
Oh, there goes the structure. Oh, look at it collapse. There it goes.
Damn.
Oh my God.
We're out of the way.
Hell.
Mandatory evacuation orders are now in place.
Feels like a scene that you would see in a movie.
I could not imagine what it would be like to just lose everything. And even though we don't live in a place where it's like, I guess, for some reason that's a weather condition out there to have giant fires, right?
Well, not only that, it's like, yeah, compared to, like, say, flood. If you get a flood, yes, trust me, you have to gut the house, but at least you can save the house. I mean, if you could pull yourself out and wash it off, but...
I would say what I can compare the fire to that we could have happen to us is a tornado, yeah.
But even still, you could at least maybe find your shit, if possible.
Maybe.
But
I mean, it'll be broken and like 50 miles away.
City of Heaven has now become the City of Hell.
Yep. I can't agree more. You're so right.
You're telling me this crack leadership team at the Los Angeles Fire Department dropped the ball? Surely not. You're telling me the LA fire chief should have focused more on preventing fires than her commitment to gay pride?
Its leadership has
priorities. There's
yeah.
I guarantee this spot's burnt down by now. I guarantee you.
I guarantee all those people who are celebrating gay pride, all their gay shit's gone.
So it's changed.
Surely not. You're telling me the
Everything's
campaign to
burnt.
hire fewer white men, more women, and more rainbow people?
She took time out of her already busy schedule to tell us about her vision for the department's future, one that includes a 3-year strategic plan to increase diversity.
People ask me, well, what number are you looking for? I said, I'm not looking for a number. It's never enough.
Out of 3,300 city firefighters, only 115 are women right now.
They literally said that while the fire was going on in the background.
Why are they so dumb? Why are they so dumb?
They've been breathing in the fumes.
No. I'm pretty damn sure any feminist right now who is stuck in this, having their home burned down, is probably saying, why the fuck do we care if they're women?
She's already looking at ways to change that.
Wasn't as important as making sure firefighters had enough water to put out fires. Surely not. According to the LAFD chief, there aren't enough firefighters. Who could have seen that coming?
113 LA City firefighters have been suspended without pay for defying the city's vaccine mandate.
The vast...
Oh yeah, that dumb shit.
That's also happened in the military, too. That's why the military recruitment's way down, because people don't want to get the COVID shot.
That dumb shit right there.
And also, when they ended their mandates, they didn't hire them back.
Of course they didn't. It was like a death sentence for your job.
Majority of fire hydrants don't even have a full water supply.
And I asked the captain, out of every 10 hydrants you attach to today, on average, how many are you getting full water from? He says little to none.
They're literally having to use traffic cones dunked in pud.
That is literally doing nothing. I'm not trying to be mean. That is literally, I might even pull it down and piss on it. You can put it out quicker. Hey, it's more effective than their fire hydrants right now. I didn't mean to be that funny.
It wasn't funny.
It's funny sad.
It's funny sad.
That it's just a conspiracy theory that there's no water.
No firefighters have told us that they are running out of water.
Same news station literally seconds later.
Well, firefighters have told me they have no water.
LA County, 72
Sheesh.
genders, 0 operational.
Okay.
70? Yeah.
Can one of these 72 genders identify as a good working firefighter, maybe?
Or they identify as a fire hydrant.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's
Fire
your key.
hydrants, and why? Well, partly because they imposed environmental mandates that diverted water in order to protect a 3-inch fish.
Fuck your fish.
You can't even make a fish stick out of that. At least if you're going to protect a fish, at least a fish big enough you can make fish sticks out of.
The fish is probably fried right now.
They are fish sticks. But yeah, not only that, the last couple of years, LA and California in general has had like a massive like rain. Like last couple of years, they had like the Pineapple Express storms go through. They didn't save any of that water.
So they don't have like the little water tower catching doody-doos that I see?
There's like, I forget where I saw it, but it was like a fire, it was like a huge water reservoir that hold millions and millions of gallons of water and it's bone dry.
Good job.
Because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific. because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish, which is in other areas, by the way, called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water.
Yes, your home may have been totally consumed by raging flames. Your pets may have suffered agonizing deaths. Your life may never be the same again. But hey, at least we saved the smelt fish. Totally worth it, right? After all, no one could have predicted this anyway.
I talked to a fireman once. This is one of the reasons that freaked me out. And he was telling me, he goes, dude, one day, he goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a fucking thing we can do about it.
Look at the dates.
Mm-hmm.
July 19th versus
January 7th.
He said that 6 months ago. Ugh.
I go, really? He goes, yeah, we just get lucky. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it.
Trump called it in 2018 and got mocked. But don't believe the firefighters when they're literally telling you there's no water to put out.
Oh, sorry, you want to back it up?
Yeah, I want to read what the Trump said.
Not going to be a thing we can do about it.
Trump called it in 2018 and got mocked.
I got it. Let me do.
All right, double pausing.
California's wildfires are being magnified and made so much worse by the bad environmental laws, which aren't allowing massive amounts of readily available water to be properly utilized. It is being diverted into the Pacific Ocean. Must also tree clear to stop fire from spreading. Oh yeah, must also clear the trees.
That's another thing. They haven't been going through the forest and cleaning out all the dead brush, which is just making a Kindle box.
Yes.
But don't believe the firefighters when they're literally telling you there's no water to put out the fires. Don't believe those who claim DEI played a role. And don't believe anyone who's trying to politicize this by accurately blaming the people who were responsible for it. Far easier to just blame it all on global warming.
There are a lot of other issues, climate change.
Then absolutely no one in...
Yeah, it's so they don't have to take blame. And the climate's changing, then why don't you change the engineering, like save water and stuff?
Dumb.
Any position of power will have to take any responsibility whatsoever. The lack of accountability is truly shocking. But how is the media covering this? Thanks to Ground News, the sponsor of today's video, which you can check out at blames Governor Gavin Newsom. While the left-wing Huffington Post, Ground News helps me track all this and yourself at ground.rabbit holes that only result in information overload, meaning you miss out on stories that are actually of interest. But Ground News helps dissipate all that noise by giving me access to what matters in a clear format in one place, helping me stay informed of breaking news developments as they happen, and more importantly, what the media isn't covering that could lead to blind spots. I've found Ground News to be an invaluable tool in shaping my daily news digest, so it's never been a better time to check out ground.news/PJW. They're currently offering my viewers 40% off the Vantage plan, which is the one I use for unlimited access. Crucially, they're independently owned and subscriber funded. So please support their mission to hold the media accountable at ground.news/PJW. I mean, yeah, parts of LA may now look like scenes from an apocalyptic disaster movie.
Okay, I guess let's park them.
Oh, the before and after!
Dave, if you can just...
And these are high-end retail shops, too. They're not...
Oh, damn. And the palm trees are dead, gone.
Oh my. Ahead of us and try to set up some...
But hey, at least as you desperately try to rescue charred photographs of loved ones from the remains of your home, you can peer out through the billowing smoke and ashes of your memories, safe in the knowledge that LA County has a diverse and inclusive workforce.
Oh, we just watched this.
We are hosting our new employee orientation, and our focus is to teach our new employees for them to understand cultural competency, identify implicit and unconscious bias, and be aware of the importance of us having a diverse and inclusive workforce.
This utter clown, Los Angeles Mayor Karen.
She looks like the Joker. She looks like the fucking Joker. Gender bent. Netflix Joker.
Netflix adaptation of the Joker.
Bass cuts $20 million in funding for the firefighters. Is pissing around in Africa on vacation as LA burns. Then has the temerity to act.
I hope that lady has a home there that burnt to the ground too.
Act all stunned and victimised when she gets questioned on it.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor?
Female joke.
Have you nothing to say today?
Oh, I got back. It's a funny joke. I got it.
What?
This is when they ask her.
Victimised when she gets questioned on it.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning?
This is her brain right now. No, play it.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
No answer.
Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this
try again
disaster?
later.
Nothing to say. You couldn't get your ass on a plane to fly back to at least help people out. Your ass is sitting around. Okay, so I thought she was on business, but apparently she's out on vacation. She's gonna fly her ass back to Los Angeles to go help the people, or at least lead,
or at least say anything.
Where do we live in?
Who voted for her?
Actually, she was second in line next to when Joe Biden was running back in 2020. He picked Kamala over her.
Oh, so she could have been the potential vice president.
She could have ran for president this year.
Huh. Well,
I guess not, but rest assured, Californians can get all the help they need at URL.
Right now, if you need help, emergency information, resources, and shelter is available. All of this can be found at URL.
In April 2021,
Oh. This one will happen to me in the future, sadly. This one what?
AOL. Oh, AOL.
Oh.
When she said URL, they were supposed to put the actual website where they're supposed to get help.
Okay, so everyone's just looking up URL and they're seeing nothing.
They were so incompetent they couldn't give you the fucking website to give you help. That's how the level of incompetence.
No.
Oh, I feel
The
bad.
human race needs to be extinct now. We're just getting dumber and dumber.
We're living in idiocracy. It became a movie, and now it's a documentary.
The AI needs to hurry up, involve, and take over. We are our own. Just no.
Governor Gavin Newsom championed how wildfire response would be so much better under the Biden administration.
Support the Biden administration with resources, not just rhetoric, to help this collective cause. It's a different paradigm. It's a different framework.
Then had the nerve, after he ensured that all the water got dumped in the Pacific, to accuse Trump of politicising it for criticising one of the very policies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And this guy was going to... They called him the Gavin News... they called Gavin News as the Ron DeSantis on the Democrat side. The difference is Ron DeSantis, when a hurricane hits Florida, he gets shit up and running quick.
Political hit my head on the wall.
That exacerbated the fires.
President-elect chose to attack you, blame you for this.
One can't even respond to it. This guy wanted to politicize it.
Don't forget about all those 3-inch fish that Newsom saved.
In order to protect a tiny little fish, the water up
fish are now fish
north
sticks.
gets routed into the Pacific Ocean. Millions and millions of gallons of water gets poured.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden's brave leadership was on display when he ensured that victims who had their homes and livelihoods destroyed got notifications.
We got notification yesterday their home was probably burned.
What kind of notification? Oh, we sent it out on a cell signal that's also not working because all the cell towers burnt down.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm sure a lame text message from the government was of great comfort.
I'm going to break down again. That's what I feel.
I know
State fire burns 2,227 acres.
And this was days old, too.
Dude, I don't think he's going to show this, but I watched a video where this newscast was like filming, and they pointed off to the side, and there was these 2 people walking their 3 horses out from the behind the fire.
Oh yeah.
The guy literally said that he had to just release a bunch of their horses out
so they can at least have a chance to survive. But I know we want to point politics right now, but I don't see a Republican or a Democrat. I see an old man who
lost everything.
You know, he bought a house probably back when it was affordable back then.
Mm-hmm.
He lived his whole life, raised his kids, wife, kids, built a life up, and he's 80 years old. It's gone. What is he going to do? You can't. By the time you get the permit, the money, and the permit to rebuild, you're going to be gone. There's no point.
And then your children will be left to have to pick up the pieces.
And all the land you own, like, it's just scorched land. That's realistically, you're not going to get anything out of it. I mean, oh yeah, and I also want to bring up another video that I have to look up. It was on Side Scroll talking about the insurance.
The insurance
deal
scandal.
It's my whole life.
Everything was in there. So lost everything.
But it's not all bad news.
Good news is,
fuck you.
Questions as to how the fires started continue to swirl. Some blame hurricane strength winds. Others, well, they've got their own theories.
Oh, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, winds.
It's all the gay people in LA.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
The flaming gays. Set on fire. We did that after that joke.
Oh, I was about to start crying, but that joke helped.
At the
unacceptable.
But the true culprits behind this are the very same people Californians are now having to rely on to fix this disaster.
There's no water coming out of the fire hydrants. This is an absolute mismanagement by the city. It's not the firefighters' fault, but it's by the city. And I'm going to be very honest. We've got a mayor that's out of the country, and we've got a city that's burning, and there's no resources to put out fires. So if you look at your pictures, you don't see the firefighters there because there's nothing they can do. And it looks like we're in a third world country here.
America's on its knees. Just swear in Trump now, for God's sake.
Gay people. You can't say gay on the chat, YouTube chat. But okay, since we're in, I gotta show this like one last point about the insurance. So give me a second to look it up. I gotta look it.
There you go.
They talked about it live on there. I have to go specifically.
If you're just a normal man who loves video,
I am a normal man. I'll limit.
What's the problem?
Okay, it started right here. All right.
I saw this. Rob Schneider put this out on X.
Because
have you heard about
clout chase again?
State Farm apparently canceling a bunch of insurance policies?
Yes.
Like right before this happened.
Before the fires happened. Yeah, there was a lady who gave an interview on the news about it as well.
So not only that,
Rob
people
Schneider
are losing
came
their
in.
insurance.
So.
But he gets into it.
Okay. So basically, they have like a fire insurance, yeah?
They did.
And then because of the mass of the fire damage going around to everyone, they're just like, nope, you don't have that anymore.
He explains it. No. Insurance companies at the beginning of the year pulled out of California because they can't afford to do business in there.
You can do it! It says, F you, State Farm. Screw you and all your phony commercials. You're a pile of crap for canceling insurance policies of Californians. I will never use State Farm insurance again. And I took this and I said, I think we can all agree that insurance is the biggest, quote, legal scam going right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, I got some pushback from Eric, You, Me, and the Movies. And he's like, hey, man, this is not in the insurance companies. He says, and so let's bring in Eric right now to explain this, because I'm just a normal man who pays his stupid insurance policy and then hopefully gets money back whenever bad things happen. Eric, how are you, buddy?
I'm great. I'm here to shield for the billion-dollar corporation.
So basically, all those people have no home, no money,
and depending on, well, especially if your house is paid off, you pay for your insurance out of your own pocket. But he'll
no. So they basically lost
everything
without anything to help them.
If you had money saved up, maybe, but even then.
Thank you. Okay, so what's your background here? Like you sold insurance or what?
10 years ago, I was an insurance agent for Farmers Insurance before my wife let me quit my job and play video games for a living.
Oh, I work for USAA.
Oh, good. So you both did some insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you guys can shine some light on me for this, because so you said this is not you said the California government is to blame, not the insurance companies.
Yeah. Well, also I'll defend State Farm as much as I hate them as a Farmers Insurance. They're the number one competitors to that company. They aren't the only company that pulled out of California. Allstate, USAA, Hartford, and Farmers Insurance all pulled out of California in the last 2 years, and it's mainly because of the catastrophic loss from all the wildfires over the last couple of years.
Oh, so basically,
always them.
So basically, the insurance companies pulled out because, it's because of the state itself is.
He explained better than I could, but basically, they wanted to raise rates to cover the cost of the damage. Because when you pay your insurance, they charge you based on what's the likeliness of you having a wreck versus can we make pay a profit.
And since the state didn't do anything to prevent these fires from happening,
and the insurance company looked at it and said, "Yeah, this is a risk. We either want to raise the rates or we're going to pull out of California." So California,
those poor people.
And they didn't cancel their policies. He explained it when the policies came up for renewal, which probably happened on January 1st. They just didn't renew the policies.
That's horrible.
California, because of their policy of not cleaning up brush, and they wouldn't allow insurance companies to raise rates so that they could break even for all the claims that they're paying out. And that's why all these companies pulled out of the state. And they weren't canceling, they were non-renewing policies, which means that once your policy hits that renewal date, it's not going to renew.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh my god,
you have to find. There's probably companies out there that you can find, but it's going to be 4-5 times more expensive.
So okay. So them doing this is because the fire is technically not a normal act of nature.
No, it's a
because
normal.
No. I'm saying compared to for example, Joplin with the giant tornado.
Yeah.
All the policies were fine there, right?
I mean, there were some insurance fights, but yeah, typically if you had homeowners insurance and you had catastrophic loss, yes, you would get a check payout.
Because you can't control when a tornado happens. But because California didn't do all these measures to prevent this fire from happening, then...
I'll call you back in a minute.
Sorry, dude. That was a phone call. Ignore that.
Anyway, yeah. There's no... Yeah, so basically they said... And they also look at risk, too. They if you're a bad driver or you've had a DUI, they raise you rates because we feel like you're more of a risk to have an accident. He even says it, if these insurance companies could see all this fire risk, how come the people running the state of California couldn't?
So ultimately, I think all these people need to sue the state.
There ain't nothing they can do. They're sad to say, they ain't gonna get shit. California's already broke.
Damn. Well, that lady's not gonna be a mayor anymore, or whatever the fuck position she's in.
She'll get another job, but let's end this here, and we'll look at someone getting arrested just for fun.
Okay.
So that was this video. Thank you for watching us.
Bye.